What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of the PSG Let's Play. Today is mid-season report day. It's just a way to catch up and see how things are going and look at things in the cold light of day rather than in the middle of an episode where we're focusing on mainly a lot of matches, essentially. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and also hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all the content on the channel. Every like and subscribe does help massively. Also, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. It lets you know when videos go live. And of course, of all channels up, there's mine. Also down below, if you're interested to see me play non-Foot Manager content, it is basically down below in the description, the link to that channel, which is basically stuff like Jedi Fallen Order, which is on there right now. Resident Evil comes out on 24th of May. Sorry, not of March, sorry. So basically this week, that'll be starting on there as well. And maybe another series as well alongside that as well. We'll see. I do have a lot of games I want to get through, and I think maybe having a new game and an old game on there might be worth doing. But it depends on how easy it is to record two games at once. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see. So today we'll look through the season, look at the transfer possibilities, and look at how we're doing and tactic-wise and anything we can change. Let's get a summary of how we're doing, really. Also gives you guys a chance to catch up as well, because I like daily uploads. It helps the algorithm out to find our channel. I don't like doing Sundays off because I feel like if you do it every day, that's an easier thing to get into the rhythm of. So yeah. So as you can see, we're on transfer page now. The finance screen. I mean, they've given us an extra bit of money, just a tad. We've got £254 million to spend. Scratch that bit when you take off wages, and so 223 million. It's not a case of who I want to bring in. It's a case of who can we get hold of. And it's not as easy as it looks. You think, oh, all that money, it's easy. It's not, because the targeted players you're looking at, they're all really, really expensive, and they're all players that the clubs don't want to sell. So whilst that money's good, we can reinvest in the team. It's a matter of finding those players that we can generally bring in to improve our team. And the other players I want to target, in an ideal world, are very hard to get hold of. So, to begin the season, let's look how it's going so far. So, as you can see, we're 10 points clear in the league. We've got a massive goal difference advantage, almost more than double of the team below us. Basically just about slightly more than double, 20. Yeah, so it's not bang on, but it's pretty close to being double. We are going to get Champions League football. I think that's a uncertainty there. And the Champions League, it's gone well. Champions League. All right, we've got Man United next round. It could have been a bit easier, but we did win our group, if I remember correctly. We actually go to the screen here. Where are we? Yeah, win our group, and we did it by beating Chelsea at our ground. The only game we lost was against Chelsea, where it was a disappointing result. Didn't turn up in it. Every game we played well, more or less. Not perfect in every game, no game's perfect, but we did all right. Over the Champions League group, any shocks in Champions League group stage? Maybe Dortmund not getting out of the group, bit of a shock, but they did have Inter and Liverpool in there, so there is that. Leipzig maybe finishing third, a bit of a shock. Ajax finishing fourth is a bit of a surprise, but again they had Napoli and Man United in there, so not a big surprise they didn't get out of that group, really. Apart from that, it all looks pretty much as you would expect it to go, more or less. Nothing drastically wrong there. The Coupe de France, we've only played one game so far. It was in the last episode. We won 4-0, and we won the Trophy to Champions, which is basically the Community Shield version, the French version of the Community Shield. So everything's going according to plan. Top goal scorer in the league is Mbappe with 20 goals, and I think after that you're struggling to see a single player in this team getting near him. Muslero's got 6, Ronaldo's got 5, Fekir, Neymar on 5 as well. Sensio's on 4. So you can really do with somebody getting more goals alongside him, really. I think Ronaldo will be up there if he's playing more games, but when Mbappe's in the format he's in, you don't really want to be moving him out of the team. I think what I would like to do going forward, back at the second half of the season, is extend this lead even more to something close to 20 points, if possible. I know it's ambitious, but it's possible if we keep playing like we are doing in the league. then we can rest Mbappe in those league games more. So he's fresh for the Champions League games. And then I think then you will see Ronaldo get close to that. Not 20 goal mark, but it'll get to like 14, 15 relatively quickly, I think, based on the chance that we create. So that is something that I'd like to do. But again, it depends on how things go. And we've got a bit of a gap before the Champions League game kicks in, which is against Manchester United, where we've got like, is it 5 games there in the league? Yeah, 5 games here in the league that, relatively speaking, we should be looking to win them. Or we win them all. Obviously, Monaco is the next big one on the agenda. They are low in the table though, so I'm not sure if it's worth doing a live conf. But it's technically a derby, right? Is it a rival or a derby? Both, whatever it is. So I may do that then, and then come back and do like Lyon and Man United, because Lyon, again, a decent side in this league. So it's a tricky one, because 5 games off camera with the way we do it, like 6 games off camera is too many to do, especially if they've all got lots of goals in them. So I'm thinking we literally do Strasbourg and Monaco next episode, because that's 3 games off camera, and then we can show that, and then we go into see where we're at with the league table at that point. Now, obviously, if I was to change the style of play, and just show the goals quickly, that doesn't make a difference really, because I'll show the goals anyway and show a bit of build-up play. So I like the feature I put in the videos. I like it. It's really good. It allows you guys to see a game and not know what the score is going to be. So it's a bit of a suspension, a bit of a surprise for when you say here we won 4-0 and then the goals, you get to see, oh, is that the final goal or not? And I like that element of the video. So I'm going to stick with that. So that will dictate what we do going forward. What I'm considering doing also though is to make it a bit quicker. Is these games, like games here that we did, these games, say these 4 games were live commed. We're off camera, which I think they were actually. I mean, not Chelsea game, but those games off camera, I would still show them as they happened, but I'd up the clip speed of them, so it looks faster on screen for you guys. So it's a bit quicker, and it'll take like 10-15 seconds off each clip. If there's if there's well, not sense. Yeah, it's like 5-6 seconds of each clip over the course of, say, 4 games. That's 4 clips, so like a minute off it. It will eat into the time a little bit, which is fantastic. I don't really care about the episode length, because I'm the belief that I'd rather go for quality rather than making it quick. But obviously, guys, give your thoughts on that in the comments. So next episode is probably going to be Strasbourg and Monaco. And where's Strasbourg in the table? So they're kind of high in the table. So we can't show every big game like this around here. It's just impossible. But we've got to obviously balance it out between how we do things with the style of video and not having too many bigger gaps between them. And in fact, it's daily uploads as well makes it a bit easier. But most likely, I will show Man United and Marseille next after that, because Marseille has to be shown. So Marseille will probably be shown after that, Marseille and Man United together. So yeah, it's one of those things. It is what it is. But I'm always open to feedback, guys, on that. Don't sit there in silence. Don't feel like I don't want to criticize him. If it's constructive criticism, like I think maybe we could do this, might be a bit easier or something like that, then feel free to let me know in the comment section. Or if you're in Discord, you want to join that as well, get involved in all those sections. There's also a section there as well for it. But don't join just for that reason. Join for other reasons as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. In terms of the transfer market going into January, I've got a list of players here that are a mile long. Some of these players have been put on beforehand. I mean, the one guy I'd love to bring in would be Endrick. I think he'd be great on the right hand side. Obviously, in case you're wondering why is he here, not at Madrid. This is what done on the video database. So this is the transfer I can definitely see myself doing. He can play right wing, he can play striker. And I think it'd be a good option on that right hand side. So that's definitely the deal I can see myself doing. And Mukoko is another transfer I'm looking at as well. The problem with him was the wages, and he walked out the contract, so again, negotiated it. But again, it could be a deal that we can bring in to be a backup for Ronaldo and move Ronaldo on next season if we don't win Champions League, of course, this season. I have plans for another series. I don't think it's going to be alongside this one. I feel like two FM series are too much for me to focus on. I would like to do a lower team save alongside this one. What I would most likely would do if I did that would be I would batch record this at Mother and get well ahead of the game on this one and then go with that one. But again, we'll wait and see. There's a few saves I want to do. I've got my eye on to finish off. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. Other times you're looking at people like Young Heung-min Son, there's Junior, Erling Haaland, Mohamed Salah is a dream signing for me for this series. I'd love to bring him in. The problem is that these buggers don't want to sell the guy, so it's like it's just impossible to bring him in. But I'm looking at those options. I do feel like we could maybe do with a world-class centre-back signing. I like Kimpembe. I like... He's all right. But I just feel like... I don't know. I feel like we have that money to spend, and if we're going to spend it, it's going to be on the right wing, a backup striker, and a left back. I would love it. The left back is something I've been eyeing up for a while. It's finding the right player. And when you look at the transfer suggestions for my to football, which I do try and use more often, it's these guys, and I just don't feel any of them really suit what I want to do. Please go for a quick search here and look at left backs. So we'll look here and see what they bring up when I filter out and see who's available. It's a tough one. The one guy that I would love to bring in, but I just don't think I'm not sure about it. I'm sure he'll come on this list here. Okay, maybe not. Oh yeah, there he is. It's Theo Hernandez. I think this guy could be a really good signing for us. I like him a lot. The problem is, again, like I've said, is the fact these guys do not want to sell, and they want that much money for him. So I'm going to store that off because he can't sign. So that's the problem with that. We've got the money, but the players we want are either not available because they don't want to sell them because they're the top players at their current clubs, or they are too expensive. Alphonso Davies is another idea as well. That wouldn't be a worst signing in the world. Again, that pays on the right. You know, it would fit tick a lot of boxes, and it's again a massive high fee. So it's going to be a major expenditure on a left back. We can afford it. It's not an issue. We can afford it. It's not. I'm not a problem with that. I can always structure the payments as well. But I'm just not sure there's anyone out there that makes sense for the valuation that they would be asking for that we could bring in. You look at recommendations on the scouting list. The two guys I looked at are the two highest ones, other than Jose Gaya, who I still don't get the hype around. I don't get why he's so highly rated by my scouts. I just don't see it. Who the hell is he? Brandon Soppy. Okay, interesting name. But yeah, there's a lot of good players on here, but again, it's down to fees, and the fees are just not marrying up quite well with what I want to do with the transfer market. But we'll see. I think Alphonso Davies is definitely more like it if I'm going to sign left back, maybe in the summer. But it depends on how they structure it. If I can structure the deal in a certain way with installments, I'll do it. But I'm not going to pay £100 million all up front. It ain't happening. But yeah, I can see myself in the transfer market in January signing Alphonso Davies. Is he on this list now? I can see myself signing Hendrick, Bakuko, and Alphonso Davies. Is he on this list? I think he is. But those are the two I can see myself doing definitely. Because they're not overly expensive. They're quite young. It means we've got longevity in the team as well if we want to. But it's all about can we get them in. So there it is. So those are the three I'm looking at as transfer possibilities. But I'm not sure whether they're worth doing all in one go. I think it's probably worthwhile doing. Ideally, I'd move players on. So like Bernat is injured, but I'd move him on. I'd keep Ronaldo. I'd have Hendrick as a backup right winger for Dembele, with maybe the possibility of moving Fekir on in the summer. Again, this is all prerequisite. This is all assuming we don't win Champions League this season. If we win Champions League this season, that's the end of the series. So it all depends on if we can pull that off. If we pull it off, this is all a moot point. because I don't see what else we could do in this save after that. I would say win the World Cup, but I don't think that's the ultimate aim of the series, in my opinion. My opinion is that it's Champions League, get that one. The league, we should walk it every year. We should walk it every year, but I don't want to just do Champions League games only, because it just wouldn't be. It takes forever to get through seasons, and the groups, and and I think also part of it is the journey of the whole season, not just Champions League. If we start getting to the point where we're like 25 points clear or something stupid during the season, sure, we can then focus on league games more and cut out maybe league games. But right now, the league's not won yet. It's looking likely we're going to win it because we're 10 points clear already, but it's not secure, if that makes sense. And I also would like to do a national team saves as well, involved in one of these saves. But it's just a matter of how would I structure that in an episode title and all the rest of it, and would that be interesting to watch? I think as part of another series, it would be. Isolation, no, but as part of, oh crap, we've got national break, doesn't matter, guys, because you're going to get episodes coming out of the national team games. So yeah, so that's something I'll let you know, guys, about if and when something comes up for a national team job. I don't think there's anything out there right now. Job Centre, let's filter this out. No, Job Security, sorry, not Job Centre, Job Security. Wait, actually, let's redo it. There we go. So let's filter this by international jobs. And is there anything out there that we would be remotely interested in? Not really. Not really. So that's something I'd like to do at some point, is take a national team job. And I'd love to win. I'd love to do a series where my aim is to win the Champions League, the Club World Cup, and the World Cup in one series. The World Cup is a bit of a stretch because it's every 4 years, but I'd love to win. I'd probably go short and say a national team trophy. That's what I'd like to try and win in a series, do the whole thing. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see on that one. So guys, the tactic that we're using, I'm happy with it. I think it works really well. I think when the team is energized and on it, it's unplayable. We've seen some of the scorelines this season. This midfield partnership is an absolute dynamite partnership. The one thing I will say I'm struggling with is Messi, but it's not a new thing. This me and attacking midfielders don't get on that well, and never have done. But I will say also he's not played enough games. So maybe after he gets a run of games for 1 or 2 months and he's played regularly, we might see that increase in stats. And if that increases in stats, then clearly it's working really well. I will say for Kia is a nice little signing, but I think we can do better. 7 goals, 5 assists. There you go. You see, so he's doing all right, but I think we can do better in that position. Obviously, United want to sign him. They've got to have to pay a lot of money for him because I don't. If, for example, he pushed for a move to Manchester United in January, then you go to the list, and what would most likely happen would be is he on this list? I don't think he is. He might be. No, he's not. I looked at Rafinha as a signing, but I'm gonna fight against letting him go because I don't want to let Fekir go right now. My idea is to get Hendrik, Mukoko, and a left back in the January window, and probably move on Bernat, because look at Bernat, he's not amazing. He's okay, he's solid, but I think when I make a change, when I play Bernat, I'm always a bit reluctant to bring him into the team because of the reasons I don't think he's quite the level I want to be at, and also by bringing in somebody else. What does he want? A new contract, okay. Nuno Mendes, he's got that pace, and Mendes is brilliant at left back. I like him a lot, but I can give him a bit of a break as opposed to running him into the ground like I currently am. So, yeah, we're in a really good spot right now. We're in a really, really, really good spot. I think we've got a system that works really well. We just got to try and play better in bigger games, really. So, next episode, like I said, is going to be Strasbourg and Monaco, and then after that, it'll probably be Man United and Marseille straight after that. And then probably Lyon and Man United again. So those are probably the episodes coming up. right there, because obviously Man United, you want to see both. Obviously, I always say in the Man United game, the first leg, if we win 4-5-0 in the first leg, then there's no point showing the second one as much. Then we'll make an adjustment on the episodes. At this point in the season, from after January, it becomes a lottery of what we do episode wise, because it depends on how the games go and what games are scheduled when and what situation we're in the relative competition. So I always say, whenever I say that's the episode structure, take a pinch of salt, because it could change. This won't change. It'll be Strasbourg and Monaco, and then Rennes and Marseille. That ain't going to change, because that's too many games to do off camera, and you want to see Marseille and Man United. So the framework of an episode dictates that. I'm not sitting here and putting you through 6 games off camera. When I pick the games I'm going to do, I don't just look at it as the amount of fixtures there is. I judge it on, let's say there's a game that has, every game has 2 or 3 goals in it. That's a lot of games off camera to watch. Even though we're on key highlights mainly in the recordings, it's still 2 live comms of key highlights that could be very long, plus the games off camera. So I've got to. I don't care about episode title length too much, but I'm also not wanting to be like 20 minutes, half an hour long, if I can avoid it. Obviously, if it's a big cup final, that's the difference. But this is where you guys give your thoughts in the comment section. Feedback always welcome. If you join the Discord as well, there's a section there, put it in there as well. If you're in there and want to put it and get more direct message to me, feel free to do so. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys, with another episode. We'll play against Strasbourg and Monaco. We'll probably have some new signings. I'm almost certain that we will. And we'll see what we manage to pull off then. So, if you have enjoyed the episode, I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And I'll catch you all in the next episode. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.